All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we have got some, well, I guess announcements here. Not particularly new info, but just kind of like, previous announcements. And sure enough, this is only on JP right now. So we are continuing this thing where JP will get a major update, and then they wait for global to get it for like a week afterwards, right? So this is something that they've been doing. I am not really the biggest fan of it because this type of thing only just breeds like bad vibes, which I mean I don't think is a good thing to have around the game. I mean, for years I thought that global catching up would be better for the game. Although I would say I have definitely seen way more complaining since the game has been caught up, dude. But yeah, we'll see. So my guess, they're not. This is not something that's it's coming in like 3 weeks or something like that. There's no way. There's no way. I think there's like a 0% chance of that. What I expect to happen is that Global is probably going to get this update next week with the countdown, right? The countdown to the 11th anniversary is going to officially begin next week, and I think that's when Global is going to be getting this, right? That's my guess. Because the power level update very stupidly was like multiple weeks later for Global, which is just dumb. This update is coming. Wait, let me take a look here. It's got to be announced, right? Server maintenance. It's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. Tomorrow night maintenance. Okay. And then at the conclusion of the maintenance, is going to be that's when the data download is going to hit, and we're going to see Orange Piccolo Ultimate Gohan. I think we should be seeing their details like later tonight, so 14 hours. I think we probably should be seeing Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo's details actually showing up, right? Okay, so this is going to be starting tomorrow, and then next week, I think it's next Tuesday, I think is going to be the next data download date, something like that. That's when we're going to see all the countdown stuff actually go into the game. Now, remember, the countdown stuff, by the way, leading into the GDC, there was no real like clues or hints with it, right? It was just like a bunch of like random Kais. It didn't really end up having to do too much with Omega, Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, Blues, Rose. The only thing is like leading into God form characters. That's about the only thing, right? I guess. So we'll see. There's probably, my guess is we'll see another 11th anniversary teaser on the 17th. That's just a guess, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so there's that. Yep, maintenance. Wait, what is this? Rewards for the recent Dokkan quiz will be distributed sequentially after maintenance. And then if you have the tickets, if you've been hanging on to them, they will be converted into green gems. Okay. Sure, so there's that. And what is this right here? This is just, it's just the same thing. It was just doubled up. Yeah, there's 2 notices. I don't know why there's multiple notices that are exactly the same, but whatever. All right, so let's take a look here. So version 5.33.0 is coming soon. Sneak peek at the update. Copy leader function. Characters set as team leader will now be available to select on the friend selection screen, just like friends and guests. Now, what's crazy about this, right? I have actually seen people complain. Yeah, you guys would be shocked by this. I've seen complaints. Oh, this is the lazy maneuver they take to fix it, bro. This is all we needed. Okay, this is all that is needed right here, right? It's just a thing. At minimum, you will always be able to use the team you want to use. This is massive because, like, here's a good example. Here's a good example right here. All I have to do is click this video, and within 1 second, we see why. I dreamt up an idea of I was going to do just a double Goma run just to show how strong Goma was. in the Bio Broly fight. And this is what I was greeted with. 2 55% friends. And then I believe what happens is, like, we end up with bad rotations, and, like, we end up losing, not because of Goma, but, the other characters kind of, like, get cooked right there. And then it's just like, all right, well, that's it. I mean, no more friends I could use. Well, now I could just use my Goma times 2, right? Here's another great example. You want to know what character absolutely dominates Bio Broly, and we will be doing a video on this very shortly after the update? Yamcha. Yamcha absolutely fucks Bio Broly, right? But, like, finding Yamcha friends in the Link level stage, easy as pie. Finding Yamcha friends in the difficult fights, not so easy as pie. So this is going to be free. Like, double Yamcha, we'll probably win in one try, right? And now I'll actually be able to have Yamcha. Or how about this guy, who, I would argue is still pretty good. Tao, right? And, I mean, his team, there are many characters who are mostly only on his team, Tao's team. Guess what? We're actually going to be able to use Tao. Like, I could actually consider, like, occasionally people go, where's Tao on the friends list? I was like, well, bro, I haven't used him in 6 months. Like, not actually, but, like, you get the point I'm making. And, like, now that's fixed. Like this is just, this is, in my opinion, the biggest flaw with the game is that it does not let you use, like, the characters you want to use. Use the teams you want to use. Another popular strategy people love using, it's this guy. It's a physical one, right? Yeah, whose leader skill is 40% damage reduction. So you go double of him, and the whole team has 80% damage reduction via leader skill. People, this is a very frequent challenge run. I see people enjoying themselves greatly doing double Boda Magetta like this. But it's very difficult for them, obviously, because there's not exactly waves and waves and waves of physical Boda Magetta, from 2018. Funny enough, this character is actually a global first, 2018. Yeah, so it's like now you'd be able to do that a lot more easily. This is just going to fix the biggest problem, again, in my opinion, with the game. So now we could, move on to other things like, like a guild or raids or summon skip button, things like that. Or box space, right? Now we can focus on box space because, dude, I'll tell y'all, like, I get an opportunity to have a sit down, with the bosses and talk to them, and I'm drilling in them. Nothing matters until this is done. Then we can move forward. This had to get done. And that's why I was so pleased when we saw this. At the Community Fest, Amatsu made himself very, available to everyone, right? Amatsu was not hiding in some corner. He was out walking amongst the people and stuff like that, really enjoying himself. And the three things, now again, I'm pretty certain Amatsu is not very fluent in, kind of like English, right? But like, I would imagine he could kind of understand at least kind of like a cursory amount or something, right? And the three things people kept repeating nonstop, every 2 seconds. Daima, which was, on the docket right afterwards, right? And based off the teasers last night, to me, it looks as though, Daima probably what the teaser's leading to, but we'll see. I can't say for sure. Friend system fix. And then the last one is LR Kid Buu. Now, if Dokkan did not have LR Kid Buu ready to go beforehand, I bet you they're gonna, get him going. Because it seems as though they are seriously listening to, feedback from, like, surveys and all this stuff, and they're actually, like, listening to the players. So I now think LR Kid Buu is, like, realistic. I mean, I would say, like, within the next 2 years, but yeah, with something like the next 2 years, right? I do think it's very realistic that we see LR Kid Buu at this point. So yeah, that's really good. So we got that, the duplicate leader, which is huge. We needed that so bad. And then there's also the leader search button, right here. So this is just going to make it to where, like, if you have the Pure Saiyan category selected, and then you click this leader button, what it's going to do is it's just going to filter all the leaders for that category, right? If you're Pure Saiyan, and then you filter by AGL, it's just going to give you Pure Saiyan AGL leaders. So this is going to be a great function. really for pretty much all players, right? Like, not everyone has every single character memorized, every single leader skill memorized. Even for me, right? Like sometimes team building, like just clicking this, is going to be helpful. So this is another nice update that Dokkan's going to be introducing. And then again, just a reminder, we should see Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan tweeted tonight. They're EZAs. I expect they're probably going to be grand, powerful characters. The Gammas and these guys are probably, in my expectation, going to be kind of like geared towards whatever the Cell Max fight is, which may be with them, or it might be next week. I could see it being either or, so we'll see how that's going to go. So, all right, let me know what you guys think. Finally, the friend system's being fixed in 2 days for JP, and my guess would be like the 20th or 21st for Global. I don't think we're going to be going into the actual 11th anniversary itself with Global not getting this. I think Global's just going to get it next week is what's going to happen. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.